Here we go, guys. He's back. It's been a while. Obviously, bringing you a first impression stream for Werewolf. I've worked with games sold separately. They've provided the copy for me to review this game, so I'm excited to play it. A little bit about Werewolf. It's based on a tabletop game, so it's a little bit something different to what I'm used to streaming. Normally streaming like a bit of Rogue Company. Normally streaming something like a first-person shooter. So this is going to be a little bit different. I've not played the tabletop game that it is based on, so forgive me for that. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to load up the chat here just so I can see any comments, and then we're going to get going. There we go, the chat is loaded up. Forgive me if I keep popping my head down, just move that a little bit. Just to read the chat and see what's going on. A little bit about Werewolf. Developed by Cyanide. Cyanide have done games such as the Game of Thrones RPG, Styx, which is it's sort of like a game where you sort of sneak around trying to be stealthy, if you will. So there's a bit of a variance in gameplay in this from what we're, like I said, what we're used to playing. Let's just load this up. There we are. Bit of Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood, and this music is decent. Again, big shout out and thank you to GameSoul separately for providing this copy of the game. I got in contact with them a while back in regards to reviewing the Pathless, but that was given to Kieran Gaming, which, might I add, that was an unbelievable review of the game, so well done to Kieran. I know they've done another review recently over on their page for the new Sackboy Big Adventure on PlayStation. Go and check out their review. Also check out their website, they've got some fantastic deals over there. So guys, please check out their website if you can. Great place to sort of get your hands on any latest out, some retro games at some unbelievable prices. This music though, I'm enjoying this. Nice to see some people in the chat. Drop us a message if you're new here. Great to see some new faces. Also, if you've been here before, nice to see you come back. It has been a while since we've done a stream, so. Oh. Yeah. I'm enjoying this. Yes. How good's this music? Luke Mason, it's been a long time. Amy, thank you for posting the link for GameSoul separately. Guys, go and check out that page. Go and have a look. They have a YouTube channel which I will be featuring on, so I'm excited for that. Chappers liked it. The music is unreal. It's very good, isn't it? Very, very good. I could sit here and just listen to it. Guys, can everyone in the chat hear me alright? Just drop me a message, let me know if you can hear me okay. The first stream on the PS5 too, which is pretty exciting. I was having a bit of trouble getting it set up and I thought, oh no, I don't want to be late, but here we are. Cheers Luke, thank you for that. Sounds good, thanks James. Let's go, new game. First impression stream of Werewolf. Here we go guys. Quick loading, very, very quick loading there.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. 3 primal forces from which the world Gaia springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind, the balance between those three forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the Earth.
We brought a lot of damage.
We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the wild.
Nice. I like that. Nice intro. Very nice intro. Enderon. Got a feeling they're going to be a bit of a bad company, if you will.
All right. They should be ready now. The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla.
Yes, Gamester.
Please.
He's back. It's been a while, mate. It's been a while.
That controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
Probably just a bit too easy.
Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away. We've already talked about this, Kahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Indran's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows. But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Call.
Cheers, rappers.
We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Call. I've got this. I love you.
Oh,
See you
cute.
soon.
Just quickly to mention, guys, this video will be getting edited and it will be getting sent over to Games Sold Separately TV over on YouTube. So please, please, please go and give them a subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so you get notified when this video does go live. Like I said, they provided this copy for me to review or give an early impressions of. So please, like I said, go and show them some love. Go and show them some support over there. I know that they're working closely with a lot of smaller streamers, smaller sort of review writers. So like I said, if you can, go and give them a subscribe. Like I said, this video will be edited by their team and put on their channel. Just first impressions of what I can see so far. The graphics don't look fantastic, not from what I would expect from the PS5. But again, I mean, knowing Cyanide, the company itself, they're quite a small company and they're not used to big budgets, so I would imagine they've had quite a small budget to make this game. So let's hope that the story and the gameplay counteract the graphics. I'd put story and gameplay way above graphics any day anyway. So
Indran, one of the most destructive companies North America has to offer.
Yeah, like I
known
said,
for their violence and endless greed. If we left them to their own devices, they'd ravage this place till there was nothing left but dust.
Yeah, so then, let's go and stop Indran then.
I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko. I understand. She's my sister, remember? And she's Adana's mother. I should be out there with her. I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that. If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Indran scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
Must be hard that letting your other half or your partner go into sort of danger, even man or woman or whatever. seeing your other half
Not looking forward to
going
packing
into
all this
danger
up
while you
tomorrow
just stand there
morning.
and sort of watch. Oh, look at that. I'm loving that.
What do you think, old friend? Yeah, that makes two of us.
Wolfgang.
I'm not too keen on this plan.
What's going on in the chat? Have a good stream, mate. Catch you soon. Cheers, Luke, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Court, not a fan of the animations, but let's hope the gameplay plays out well. I hope so. Chappers looks solid for a PS4 game. Yeah, I mean, it does. Game's available on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox One X, sorry, Xbox Series X. Quite confusing. PC. So if you like what you see here today, go over to Games Sold Separately, and show them a bit of support, show them a bit of love. The game on the PlayStation Store is $44.99, but I know that they're selling it for $34.99, so quite a big saving there. So go and check that out.
Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once
Send
Ludmilla
my
gets me
missus
hooked
in.
up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're 10 times better at hacking than me or Rotko with your eyes closed. Just give it time.
I know, but... Thanks. A little pep talk never hurts. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way.
What's this?
Ava did an impressive job installing all this. Not that she'd ever admit it. She still has so much self-doubt. Hey, how you doing?
Bored
It's
out of
exactly
my
that, Alex.
mind. There's nothing to do here. And
What's in the
it's
sneak
wet
cup?
and
In the sneak cup's
miserable.
just Vimto. I have not put sneak on today. But I don't mind, there's nothing to do here.
Don't worry, our work here's nearly finished. You'll be back at the cairn with your friends before you know it.
I know, but why'd you have to drag me out here in the first place? It's not like you've got me doing anything out here.
Your mom wanted you to come along, so you could see what our field missions entail.
They entail a bunch of bullshit. All we ever do is watch and take notes. We're not accomplishing anything.
Language, young lady. And preparation is key. Know how your enemy will respond before you move. Faux stripped of surprise is fangless.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
I wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. And like I said, all that observation we were doing was minimizing the danger. Your mother will be just fine, Adie. Don't worry.
Just go and take a sleep. Love a good sleep.
Shit.
Cahal, wake up! We're gonna need you.
Oh, okay. Short nap. I'm already mad Kurt doesn't get... No! I'm way too impatient. I want werewolves. We're going to see the werewolves. So obviously Cahal, obviously is the main protagonist of the story. He has 3 different forms, which you will see in the game.
A helicopter just touched down.
It seems quite exciting because you can approach situations how you want to approach them.
Exec. Their presence is shaking things up.
Yeah,
Tell
gotcha.
me Ludmilla's okay.
She's okay. They've still got no idea she's on site. But their guard patrols have changed, and certain areas are locked down. And that includes the one Ludmilla's in.
So what's the plan now?
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked. And Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
Ludmilla,
Nice.
I'm on my
Nice
way.
lighting then when I was walking through.
Stay out of sight. I'll open
Okay.
any door I have access to through their network.
Yeah.
I've opened all the external ducts.
So there's one of the forms, the lupus. Size and speed of lupus allows them to sneak into many places without being noticed, but the lupus can't use technology, and if seen will cause humans to react. It's quite fitting though, because my avatar on Twitch is a wolf, so it kind of goes hand in hand. Big Game of Thrones fan. Love, obviously, was massive Stark fan. So I love the wolves, dire wolves, werewolves. Obviously, there's no werewolves in Game of Thrones, but.
I'm locked in the turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
Door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
They're giving me free games because I'm curtmc on the PS1 games. L1 sent up penumbra vision. The penumbra vision allows Cahill to peer into the spirit world, letting him sense things such as threats, spirits, and their connections. Nice. Okay. Oh, quite a few enemies around. Camera. So, turn the camera off and we'll open the door. Nice and simple. Yeah, very, very, very fluid between forms. Like, in and out of it very, very quickly. No sort of messing around there, which I quite like that. Voice acting has not been too bad so far. I quite like Cahill's voice. I'll have to see what the other guys sound like.
Guards.
Oh, okay.
Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
Nice and quiet.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence.
Shh, Cahill, quiet.
And a
It's
shit
right on the
ton
other
of
side.
guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There.
Oh.
That should distract them for a few minutes.
Oh, nice.
But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get anywhere, see?
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
Let's go. Yeah. Nice little pizza box though. Van pizza. Do I sneak? I'm gonna have to take him out, aren't I?
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. Just want it fixed and fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. Folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
Probably not worth engaging. It's good how it gives you the option though, so I technically could have engaged, obviously in a bit of fighting there, but ooh, nice, a crossbow. That Daryl off Walking Dead. For a sneaky man, he's pretty loud. Yeah, he does seem pretty loud.
Hello there.
L2 and R2.
Screw you.
Nice and easy. Get some more of them.
Nice.
Don't want to run out. Yeah, very, very, very fluid in sort of going between the forms, which is really good.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it. Shit! Something's following me.
What is it?
I think it's a black spiral dancer.
Oh, wow.
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck. Rodko.
I heard. No more sneaking around. We fight.
Oh, there comes the music.
I'm done fucking around.
Tell you what. They've definitely nailed it with the music. Worst quick attack, strong attack, and jump attack. Okay. I want to use L1 on one of them. What's that? Oh, nice. Nice, a lot of blood splattered around. Circle and L to dodge incoming attacks. Use dodge. Nice.
I've hacked into their system.
Not bad.
Now, stay low. I can see they've got snipers in the next room.
Oh, lovely. L2 and triangle to hear the Krynos. Okay, so I've got 4 little bars at the bottom. I'm guessing each time I heal, I use one of them bars. And 2 guys just having a conversation. And oh yeah. Oh. Nice. Nice little bit of go there. Plus 5 to switch between heavy and agile stance. Agile stance for speed and fast regeneration. Heavy stance offers resistance and a stronger type. Each stance has its own special moves. Switch between the 2 stances for better effectiveness in combat. Okay. That's interesting. So I'm guessing heavy for more people with shields and whatnot. And what's it, agile for people without. Let's see. Oh. Definitely prefer agile stance, I feel like.
I'll open that for you. Just watch out.
Where are we going? Oh, there we go. Silver's Krynos' weakness. Silver damage will lower the maximum. Yeah, of course. Avoid the silver. Oh, okay. No feedback on the controller from what I can feel. Okay. Oh yeah, I need quite low. Okay, so combat is quite hack and slashy, but it's, you know what, it's quite engaging, it's quite fun. Hopefully they'll be able to vary it up. I know there's a bit of an RPG system where you can upgrade. They have an RPG system where you can upgrade different like aspects of the 3 styles you use. Audio's quite loud. How is it, Curtis? To be fair, mate, so far it's so good. Graphics are a bit on the they're not the best graphics, should I say. However, the gameplay is quite fun. I like the way you can sort of change between the stances to each sort of mission approach, how you seem to want to approach it. I'm guessing from what I've seen so far. I do like the music; it's quite good. No controller feedback. Did it right. I can't give you a roar. That's all about the character. But cheers, guys, for all coming in. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support. First stream back. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how we get on. But like I said, this video we're going to put on Games Soul Separately TV. They're going to edit the video, put up the best bits. Hopefully we create some decent moments, and hopefully it's a good enough video for them to put on the channel. Another werewolf. Nice. It's not just my sort of clan then. I'm guessing there's a lot more of us.
Ludmilla.
Call.
Ooh.
Tell 80.
Wow.
No. Please, no.
Oh, you'd be fuming. You'd be absolutely fuming. It looks like he's fuming. Oh, like you can lock. That's quite good. I'm glad you can lock onto enemies. Ooh, okay. So this is the black spiral dancer they were talking about. Oh, trigger Frenzy. Frenzy can trigger once the Fury is at its peak, and Frenzy the Krynos gets the advantage of each stance. Oh wow, okay. So you're not having to switch between the heavy and the sort of light stance, if you will, agile stance. Like a bit of that. Oh, you can see the damage difference. Let's execute that guy. Well deserved too. Charlotte Wynn, hello, hello. It's been a very long time. How are you?
Ludmilla. It's me, Cahal. Listen to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn it! No. You need to fight the rage. Cahal, that's Rafik. Stop it! No!
Wow.
What have I done? Rafik, there's no time to mourn. We need to go.
Interesting. He's always been good at games like this. He gets to practice at home when he has to roll and parry from Amy. It's funny that. Again, guys, thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's been a bit of a bit of a time away from streaming, but it's nice to be back. It's nice to see some friendly and familiar faces. And again, guys, go and support Games Sold separately, because they're showing a lot of love to sort of smaller streamers and smaller reviewers, and giving them that platform to sort of put videos out there. So, you know what? So far, Cahal doesn't have very many emotions bar anger. If my wife got killed, I'd be sort of, I don't have a wife, my future wife, she got killed. Yeah, it'd be more than no. You know what I mean? I mean that anger, that sadness obviously turned into rage, but
not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah,
oh,
Endron rep no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey, what the?
It's time for a bit of revenge, innit? I mean, it's more than just greed and corruption now. It's personal, more personal than what it was before. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I really appreciate it. I hope she goes to sleep quite quick for you.
All clear, Dusk. We're good to go.
Hope Ethan's okay too. I haven't spoken to him for a very long time.
"5 years ago, I abandoned the woods of Tarker's Mill. I abandoned my cairn.
It's 5 years
Endron
since
killed
then.
my
Wow.
wife. I gave in to rage. The worm touched my soul. I had to leave my daughter. It was the hardest decision I ever made.
That's quite sad. 5 years without seeing his daughter, and obviously without seeing his clan, if you will.
And in other news, Endron is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon.
Oh.
This revolutionary new formula will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new headquarters in...
This exile was my only choice.
Could be true, but with the way they're saying that, with the way that they're talking about them joining, obviously,
what's become of
the fight against global warming,
of Rotko, of Ava.
They could be the good guys, but there's probably more to it than that, isn't it? It's probably a publicity stunt of some sort.
This is the closest I've been to Talker's Mill in 5 years.
Closest he's been to home in 5 years. Interesting. So he did deal with the deaths, but in his own way. And probably the only way he knows how.
You're up.
How much time do we have before they notice the guards on the outside have gone quiet?
They report in by radio every hour. That's our deadline for getting our hands on the explosives and getting out of here.
Let's go through the plan again, just to make sure everything's clear.
You've got to swap the delivery label on the crate of explosives intended for Endron. You do that, and they'll load us up with smiles on their faces. All you've got to do is open the gate to their delivery bay for me. I'll create a diversion while you're exchanging the labels.
Got it. We'll have to play it tight, though. One hiccup and the plan falls through.
We'll have you sneak around back by their storage facility. Security should be pretty thin there, especially if you go through the ventilation ducts.
What do your clients intend to do with them anyway?
The Weatherstormers? They're planning on blowing up a big Magadon pharmaceutical plant.
Good fucking riddance. I know Magadon's methods. They're the scum of the earth.
And guess what? These explosives were originally headed to Endron, another megacorp of assholes. Stealing from them is just icing on the cake.
All right, I'm off.
Hey, before you go, are you sure you're up for this, man? You seem kind of stressed out back in the truck.
Yeah. I'm fine. Come on, we've got a job to do.
Right. If you need me, I'm just a chirp away. Good luck, brother.
Graphics so far, I'm probably going to say late PS3 graphics. They're not fantastic. Like, if you look at the ground, there's not much to be in awe of, but I think that's to be expected with a game that's developed by a smaller company. Is the game intuitive enough? Yeah, I do agree with that in regards to the graphics. I think that the company's a small company. They've made a few other games, and I probably what I would expect. So obviously they made the Game of Thrones RPG back on the PS3, and the graphics weren't great, but the storyline was absolutely fantastic. Probably because it was George R. R. Martin that sort of helped write the story, which you probably would expect. So yeah, I would say that graphically it's not fantastic. Gameplay so far, it's probably a bit too early to speak. Obviously it was quite a bit of hack and slash. Level design seemed okay, but I mean we're going into a different area now and it seems... Oh, okay, now we've got a bit different. So we've got the cameras to take into account from what I can see with the red lights. The switching between the two forms, the Lupus and obviously Kyle himself, is quite good. It's really, really fast. Even with me just going up to here now and pressing triangle, it automatically switches back to Kyle. So that's quite good. I'm wondering if I can turn off those cameras. Doesn't look like it. So I need a bit of strategy now, maybe. Some guys... Is it L1? There we go. Okay. 3 guys from what I can see. Obviously a few cameras. Avoid the red light, which is obviously fairly obvious. I think it's pretty much no option to sort of sneak by. It looks like that window's full, so I'm probably going to have to sort of take him down. Okay. Where's them guys? One guy there, other guy's in the other room. Oh, careful. You know what? Let's take him down. Killed my wife, didn't they, so... maybe he didn't specifically, but the company he works for did. Maybe they don't know what's going on.
I'm inside.
Good. Try to keep a low profile.
Devil focus on gameplay over graphics. Yeah, I'd definitely say so. I think that's again with Cyanide's reputation. I think they would prefer to bring out a game with great gameplay rather than great graphics. And I think I'd rather play a game with great gameplay over great graphics. I think in order it's either story or gameplay first. I can't decide which one, followed by graphics at the bottom. Not saying they're not important, because a game with really bad graphics can really hamper a game, especially if it doesn't run well. But yeah, I would definitely say gameplay and story over graphics every day.
I'm sure it is. They're going toe-to-toe with a group of activists right now.
Where am I going?
Lambda mankind. If I were you, I'd stay here. Keep your head down.
Okay, he's going. Nice. So the gameplay smooth. I've not seen any sort of drops, even when we're in sort of big fights. Bigger fights at the beginning. There's no sort of stutters or anything that I can notice, which is really good. Some bolts, nice. So now he's not sensing me there though, he should be picking me up, I would imagine. I fill myself back up. Yeah, frame rate sounds nice, it really is. Them cameras with... Oh, that's a good shout. I've not tried it. Not tried the cameras with the crossbow. Obviously from the first sort of mission we kind of gathered that the cameras could be turned off sort of remotely by a computer. He's the only one in there. Yeah. What's the question now? What's the question? Here we go. So, we can open the door. Nothing else in here. The good news is it's not a full price game, so you're not looking at paying £60–70 for it, which is obviously the bonus. Do I just sneak through?
They say they're going green
oh, okay.
by the end of the year. The only thing green about that fuel's the label.
Ah, right, okay.
No branding, a marketing stunt.
There we go then. So it wasn't. So obviously the news that we heard is obviously not true. This door. What else is out here though? Lots of people. We'll go through this elevator. I'm gonna ask because I'm happy now. You know what? It could be true. See, obviously load screens are normally elevator scenes and whatnot, and other tretters sort of loading, so loading a different area up, but that was fast. That was very, very fast and fluid.
They're not running the most attractive operation here.
I mean, they're pumping out weapons for Endron, not selling timeshares. Looks probably not their priority.
How many guys we got? Oh, so I think we're in
to the delivery bay.
Over there then.
Good. See that command post next to the gate? You should be able to open things up for me from there.
Okay. We're in wolf form. Probably better for sneaking around. Guy there. Which one do I go? Alright, nice. Makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it? Quite a few guys in the room. Or is he moving? He's moving, let's go. What do you guys think of it so far in the chat? What are you making of it? Let's just take it from this guy. Do you think saying them looks probably aren't the priority was kind of a... Yeah, I don't think they haven't actually said that, but I think based on the games that I've played from them, you can kind of tell that they would focus more on gameplay. Has anyone actually played the actual tabletop game? It's based on a tabletop game, this, in sort of a bigger universe. So I know that there's other games, sort of like Vampire the Masquerade. I have played Hunt of the Reckoning back on the old Xbox, when I was a lot younger. Probably shouldn't have been playing that game at that age, but you know. Hunt of the Reckoning was quite a fun game from what I remember of it, and it was one of the first games I actually got with the Xbox. Just a quick reminder, guys, like I said, the game has been provided by Games Sold Separately. Go and give them a follow over on the Twitter at Games Sold contact GSS. Go and subscribe to the channel if you can over on YouTube. Show a bit of support, obviously. Okay. The actual video of this, they will edit this video, the stream that I'm doing now, and put it over on their channel. So go and drop them a subscription, put the bell notifications on so you're notified when that video does go live. Oh, nice. Say successful.
Dusk.
Yes. Here he is. World's best reviewer. Cheers, Crofty.
Got it?
I love it. I'm still waiting to see that fight between Crofty and Chappers.
Pickup? What are you talking about? There's no pickup on the schedule. Check it again. I gotta be honest. You really think I'd drive all the way out to the ass end of nowhere if I didn't have a pickup? All right.
Should be able to sort of sneak back over.
We'll see about that pickup. Knock yourself out, bud.
Don't know if I prefer the stealth or the actual action gameplay. I think it's a good mix so far from what I've played, which is nice. I think one or the other too much will be. Oh no! Ah, silly. Let's go again. I forgot about that guy. You aren't the one that. That's very true. So obviously, I can't approach the situation how I want to approach it. It seems like this one's scripted in terms of don't get caught. Oh, I don't know if I can press that button, did I? Nearly ran into some danger then. Getting complacent early in the stream.
Dusk, you're up.
Once I've got their attention, you go find what we came for and slap on this fancy new delivery label. Got it?
Let's go.
Hey, you in the truck. What are you doing here?
I'm just here for a pickup, man.
I remember I'd always there.
What are you talking about? There's no pickup on the schedule.
Well, check it again. I gotta be on there. You really think I'd drive all the way out to the ass end of nowhere if I didn't have a pickup?
All right. But I'm gonna have to search that truck.
Suck him down.
Then we'll see about that pickup.
Nice little quiet kill. There you go, Chappers. Story seems so far seems interesting. It's kind of your corruption and sort of big company, sort of trying to ruin everything, trying to.
According to the intel we received,
take away the best bits of the world, if you will.
Should be stored around here,
and not having a second thought. But also the fact there's obviously an extra motivation now that the company itself with obviously the other werewolf killed his wife, so there's that added bit of motivation for him to be doing all this.
All right, Dusk. The delivery label's been switched.
It's time for us to get the hell out of Dodge.
Wait.
Big hopes are evil.
Something.
Yeah.
Give me a minute to check it out.
Seems that way to us little guys. Penumbra vision can use to detect specific threats such as silver. Okay. I'm guessing that's all silver that I've sort of picked up there with the penumbra vision. Just be careful here. Keep silver rounds to one side for the moment. The client hasn't paid the boss yet. Orlov has ordered that nothing to be delivered until the invoice is paid. It's a lot of silver. That's a lot of units of silver there.
I knew I smelled it. Silver. Whoever ordered this intends to kill Garu. Dusk. They're shipping out silver bullets. You know what that means.
Change of plans?
Change of plans. I need to find out who's buying these bullets and why. Buy me some more time.
Let's go. He can't let it go at that, can he? Can't just get out of there. Gotta look into this further. Actually, I won't go for it. Okay. Quite a lot of guys in this room.
So, who's the lady the boss is meeting with upstairs?
She's from Endron, here for the special order.
The silver bullets? Who even uses that shit? Is she picking up some golden guns while she's at it?
You know what they say, the client is king, especially when the client's name is Endron.
Can I get through there? Is he gonna see me? That was close. That was very close.
Shipment's loaded. How are things on your end?
That was very close.
Shouldn't be much longer.
Yes, crafted game sold separately. Show them some love.
We were supposed to have delivered the ammunition 1 week ago. 1 week. Endron doesn't like waiting.
Oh, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endron is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
Oh, I understand that you've just been attacked and you're looking to hit back. I also understand that you need our ammunition to do that. And we've got that ammunition right downstairs, ready and waiting to go as soon as you've paid us. Sorry, Major. But business is business.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's Mill without your
Oh wow,
help.
okay.
Rest assured,
So the Arkham
Mr.
to go with Tarker's Mill.
We'll hear about this.
Tarker's Mill.
That's his home. If anyone selects the stream.
You and I need to talk.
Who are you? How'd you get in?
I'm asking the questions. Who are you talking to? The woman. And what's this attack on Tarker's Mill?
I'm calling security.
Try it and it'll be the last thing you ever do.
I think it. I could him raid.
The woman who wanted
I don't know what it means, but I'd imagine.
She works for Endron. Ever since they set up their sites at Tarker's Mill, they've been having problems with the local population. And if someone comes to see me, it means they plan on solving their problems with raw firepower. Come on!
Oh,
I've answered your questions, but I'm a busy man. I've got things to do. Let's put a stop to this little farce. I advise you to stay put while I call my guard. This is your one chance to walk out of here alive, so I wouldn't waste it if I were you.
Terrorize him, threaten him.
You know what I do to men like you? I shatter their legs, gouge out their fucking eyes.
Wow.
Funny thing is, once I've gutted them and wrapped their intestines around their neck, they still beg me to spare them. These blind, broken men believe that they might survive, right up until they draw their last breath.
Jesus. What do you even want from me?
You obviously know what's happening at Tarker's Mill.
Got him on the back foot.
Don't pretend that you don't have a network.
That's some dangerous information. You sure you want to know?
Talk.
Endron purchased some facilities at Tarker's Mill, and they're not there to create jobs, no. They plan to do the same thing they always do. Suck the land dry, even if it kills every living thing there in the process. And they'll kill anyone who stands in their way.
They can't just kill whoever they want. They've got money, but people would know. The media would spread it far and wide.
You really don't know what you're up against, do you? Endron is powerful. They can do whatever they want. No one will care about a few dead protesters. History is written by the victors, after all. Now, die!
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. That was kind of out of nowhere.
Security! Alert!
It'd have been interesting to see if I would have been raged earlier and just seen what would have happened. I love all the guys that with the guns just literally carry on shooting at you while you're ripping through them. Blood soldiers there. Is that that? Ended. Look at the blood. Look at the mess we've made.
Tarker's
Full
mill.
spirit point.
My old cairn. Adana. I have to go back.
Press the touchpad to open the Cahill will gain experience during missions by finding spirits to unlock new abilities through his tree. Okay. Let's have a look. So we've got tactical combat. So you've got... I'm guessing the tactical is... Yeah, when you're actually playing as Cahill himself. Combat. Obviously will be when you turn into the actual werewolf. Electric bolts. Oh, so there we go. So to answer your question, Court, yeah, we can destroy the cameras with electric bolts. So we could get the electric bolts, that could help. That's quite good. Rushing to be quite helpful, especially against the guys with the guns. They just you're slashing them and slashing them. They just seem to stand there with the gun and shooting at you, not a care in the world. I'm just haste. Mum always said, "Don't make a mess." That's very true, and here I am, making a massive mess. You know what? I will go for the heavy Krynos rush, because I think when I'm in the heavy slot he's quite slow, so if you can rush towards him it might sort of help. Just a 1 spirit point. Yeah, the character models themselves are a little bit lifeless, if you will. It's kind of just a little stare, so they are a little bit lifeless, but the voices are sort of hit and miss from what I can tell. I do like Cahill's voice, especially when he's sort of getting enraged. You can feel that, but there's other voices that you kind of like, you know what? Maybe they focus more on Cahill's voice because it is actually his story. Here we go. Let's get ourselves out of here.
Dusk.
What the fuck are you doing, Go? I
Just got a good voice.
A couple guards who wanted to put a bullet in my head. Get the fuck back here already.
Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. Keep the engine running. We're out of here as soon as I get back.
Similar flask. Castle Bridge Raid. Each time it takes similar flask. Interesting.
Hello there.
Guys in the chat, what are you guys thinking of the video so far? Do you think it looks like a good game? What are you making of the graphics? What are you sort of taking in from the stream? Let me know. We go through there. I'm guessing now it looks red, so no. Get them cameras off. Didn't need them bolts this time. Didn't need them. Thankfully, could have been hard work getting through there if we didn't have that computer.
The alarm went off in the boss's office, but I'm not getting any response from that sector.
Cahill can sabotage engines, reinforcement entries. Reinforcement were critically wounded if their entry has been sabotaged. Alright, okay.
Take your positions, people.
Where's it?
Maximum alert until the situation's clear.
Thankfully, they didn't hear that. I could sneak through there, by the looks of it. What do you think of the game? Movement looks a bit robotic. Yeah, very. Yeah, it is. It's not. It's fluid. It works okay, but especially when you're in human form, if you will, it's very sort of slow. Whereas I feel like they put a lot of emphasis. Nearly got caught then. a lot of emphasis on transitioning between the wolf, the Lupus himself, and Cahill, and I feel like this movement's quite decent. I don't think that's bad at all. But yeah, I think the human form is quite slow, quite robotic. Maybe because of the size of him. Maybe he's designed to be that way. Oh, that was close. I don't know if I got away there.
Watch out! He could be close.
Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, still the bullets. I'm guessing reinforcements coming out. Oh. Never reinforcements that. Taking damage off him from the bullets.
Send reinforcements.
So much for the stupid. Well, I wasn't hoping for a bit of a fight then. I was hoping to avoid it, but the game itself is actually really interesting. It gives me more complex Predator hunting ground vibes. Yeah, back in the old days of the Pred stream. So yeah, I get that. Obviously, Pred's actual graphics weren't fantastic, but the game itself is quite enjoyable. Obviously, very, very different genre, but when you when you're sort of playing as Pred, going around hacking and slashing, you can get them vibes, especially when you're playing as the Krynos, the wolf, the werewolf himself. So definitely feeling that. Was to liken it to any game, probably Prototype back on the PS3 and Xbox 360. In terms of combat, maybe not as fluid as that combat. But then the stealth style, obviously, the company themselves, Cyanide, the developers, have actually made the game called Styx, Shadow of Darkness. So it's kind of probably closely linked to that. I haven't actually played that game, but I would imagine they took inspiration from that game and put it into here. A lot of people in this next room. Let's hope they spread out, because unless there's a way around it. Oh, he's aware though. What I do find quite funny is we've just done a lot of fighting in the other room, loud as anything, and these guys in here are a bit oblivious to everything that's going on. There's quite a lot of people in here too. Oh, there's some. I feel like if I take him down, they're gonna see me. Come on, that form now. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Over the top. The music's very, very good. You know, I'm engaging myself, and it does feel like a little bit of a stealthy moment. Oh, there's a guy down there too. He's gonna see me, isn't he? Nice, I didn't see me then. I wonder if there's probably not enough way through, is there? I feel like I'm going back on myself though. I don't know whether that is the case or whether the level design itself is actually the same, but yeah, like I said, Games Sold Separately are a fantastic company that they're giving opportunities to sort of smaller streamers and reviewers to get that opportunity they might never have got to go and actually review a game. Obviously, we can all do that on our own back, but like I said, they actually bought this game for me and gave me the opportunity to sort of go ahead and review it. And they're going to edit that video, which is something I ain't got the skills to do, unfortunately. So they're going to edit that video and they're going to put it on their YouTube channel, and hopefully they'll get a bit of extra exposure for us both. But like I said, if you can, guys, go and drop them a follow, go and drop them a subscription. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. Did I hit him? I don't think I hit him. Oh, I don't have any bolts, that's why I got excited then. I thought, oh, straight away, but no. I don't know which is the best way to go here now. I feel like I've... To be fair, the level design, not the map design, sorry, the map design, not the actual level itself, is quite well designed to make you think of how you're going to get through. Not so sure about the AI. They seem a bit, maybe not lifeless, but they don't seem to have a big clue what's going on. I don't know where. So maybe I could sneak through that little gap, because there's a gap there in the thing, but he's there and I don't have any bolts left. It definitely does make you think though on how you're going to approach the level. It's a shame that the AI just doesn't seem to sort of react. Oh yeah. I could enrage, could go into wolf style and then risk the reinforcements. I could just find a way around. Yeah, great ethics and support. Yeah, completely agree. It's just him. I can't. He's the one I need to take down, but I have no bolts or anything. He's gonna see me. I'm gonna have to enrage. Not fully caught on yet though.
What the?
So yeah, I mean, I managed to get out, but just about. I mean, technically, I guess I should have been caught there. So again, that's probably down to the actual AI design. But you know what? It did make me think. Going through that level, then it wasn't easy to get through. It was let down because of the AI themselves. AI is definitely deserved to die. Yeah.
Where are we headed?
You're true. I definitely agree with that. It does seem like the AI's just there to add a bit of just death. Again, look at the load times. Load times are very, very fast. Props to them for that.
We're too late. Engine is already here.
What do we do?
Stop the truck.
What's even down there?
My home.
Oh,
Dusk,
wow, okay.
Stay out of this.
Wait! Call!
Rodko! Rodko, they've cleared our northern line. They have an exo.
We'll take care of the wounded later. We have to stop them.
Let's go! Move! Over there!
Nice. Here's a little eye patch. I love how his eye patch just stays there.
hide.
Silver bullet's gonna be. Ooh.
Rodko.
Nice.
You'll regret that.
Sick.
Clever boy. Ultra, fall back!
Interesting.
Fucking silver.
Why should you gonna ride? It is, definitely is.
Tell me, where's Adana?
Don't worry, Cahal. Your daughter didn't fight this battle.
How are your wounds?
Riddled with silver. They'll take days to heal. But things would have been far worse if you hadn't stepped in.
I just did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I honestly never thought I'd see your face again. Why'd you come back, Cahal?
Not about my daughter.
I was worried about Adana. When I heard the cairn was being targeted, I had to come back for her. You know I couldn't stay. Not after what I did to Rafik.
I told you that your rightful place was at my side. And what you had done could be forgiven. But no. You chose to abandon us. Me, the cairn, your daughter.
Where is she, Rodko?
With Ava. Working undercover at the biggest entrance site in the Pacific Northwest. Best option available to us after the failure of her last mission.
Exactly what they did with the wife. Put her in sort of danger.
Let Adana infiltrate Endron? My fucking daughter? After what happened with her mother?
Your daughter is the best undercover agent I have. We will not win our fight for Gaia without first bringing Endron down. And with your daughter on the inside, we're closer than ever.
So dangerous.
She does not fight like we do. But she's every bit as strong. You should respect that. The work she's doing inside Endron is absolutely vital. More so after what their private fucking army just did to us. I'm afraid her work won't be able to stop Endron from retaliating against us. Not after our last mission.
Your last mission? What do you mean?
You remember the old abandoned mine not far from here? Endron bought it and turned it into a training center for their new recruits. I launched an attack to wipe them out, but Tank Girl stopped us. The woman you saw in the exo during the attack, she drove us back.
Tank Girl, I encountered her during my last mission. She was trying to buy silver bullets from an arms dealer. That's where I learned she was planning an attack on the cairn.
Major Grainer. That's the name her men give her. But to us, she's Tank Girl.
Tank Girl.
And she leads Endron's troops with about as much grace. Their attack on the cairn was their first wave of revenge for our attack on the training center. We managed to repel them this time, but it's only a temporary victory. They might return at any moment. And Endron just keeps recruiting soldiers.
Then we've got to go back to the mine and destroy their training center. It's the only way to buy the cairn any sort of safety. No matter how brief.
Go back? No. Not until I'm well again. Then we can strike.
We've got to offer help, haven't we? You know what? It's family at the end of the day.
I'll take care of that goddamn training center myself. You know I can handle it on my own.
No. You're no longer a part of this pack. It's my responsibility.
And how long will it take for you to get better? Days? Weeks? If they return, the cairn will fall.
Huh. I'll think about it. Go pay your respects to your Fen and come back to me. Then we'll talk about the mine.
See what I do, I like the fact that we've got multiple choices. I don't know how much that's going to actually affect the story. But it does seem that we've got obviously multiple choices and we can maybe affect the outcome of the actual game in the long run.
The cairn is in a bad way.
Seems like we can talk to the NPCs too that are just chilling around.
Dusk, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to keep clear.
You really thought I'd leave you behind like that? You should know me better than that by now. Besides, looks like you need all the help you can get. And I really don't want to lose my front row tickets to the Cahal show.
Thanks, Dusk.
Okay, yeah. No. Thanks sounds real weird coming out of you. Put that shit away.
Well, if you really want to help.
I'll go look after the injured. I rang the Weatherstormers and asked them to lend us a hand, too. Don't worry about me. You just do what you gotta do.
Well, we've got through there. Let's go and do what we've got to do.
Agnes didn't even know how to fight. He was a spirit healer, a caretaker of children.
Endrin doesn't show anyone mercy.
Yeah, it seems like Endrin's sort of taking over the whole world and just destroying everything in its wake.
It has been many a year since I last felt your presence, warrior of Gaia.
It's been nearly as long since anyone called me that.
Your cairn needs you, and the wild has need of your protection. The Eater of Souls is fighting with all his might to take control of it. And he is winning. The corruption takes many forms, but the effects are always the same. You must help us fight back.
Pretty interesting. I would imagine that's sort of obviously the Yfen is sort of a bigger part, obviously, of the actual lore. That's always stop there for a little bit. People who play actually the tabletop game will probably know a lot more about Yfen, or maybe some sort of history around him that I don't really know about. But it could be a nice little nod to those who played the tabletop game, maybe.
I came back to find my daughter.
It's all about the daughter.
Have you seen her?
I want to make sure she's alright.
Adana, a dear friend.
That's Groot's dad. It's a good shout.
Full of nature. You fear for her safety then. She too is fighting for Gaia in her own way. But do not worry. You both walk the same path. You will find each other in time. To fight your battles, you will need power. Power I can provide by helping you develop your warrior gifts.
Thank you, Yfen.
You may find lost spirits during your travels. Return them to me, and I will be able to strengthen your natural abilities. One last request before you depart. Many of your kin fell in combat. I would ask you to bury them.
That's respectable.
You will find their bodies both inside and around the cairn. Your penumbra vision will show you the way. Soothe their souls and send them to me, so that they may travel to the wild without being captured by the worm.
I will if I can, but my priority is Endrin's training center.
Weaken the forces of the worm there, but never forget your brothers and sisters. Gaia needs you.
for anyone that doesn't know what Gaia is like Earth, if you will. And what I do like about this little story is that it's kind of like werewolves and humans fighting together. It's not just a clan of werewolves. Obviously you noticed that his wife got killed, and obviously she didn't transform or anything. It's because she wasn't actually a werewolf. And from what I can tell, his daughter doesn't like she's part of the werewolf clan either. And it is nice to see them sort of.
I hope Rodko's changed his mind.
Coming together to overthrow the big corporation and get revenge. It's good. So well, we can find the bodies with the Umbra vision. I'm glad I've been saying that right, by the way. Am I going the right way? It looks like it.
I went to see Fenn. He's gotten so
Love you, Crofty.
Please, Rodko, let me help you. Let me deal with this training center.
Why is it that you care now, Cahal? We were so easy to ignore when we went right in front of you. What? You want to be part of the pack again?
I want to help the pack. I want to protect Adana.
But you don't intend to rejoin us.
I've already given into rage and killed one of our kin, Rodko. I can't take the risk of doing it again.
You already know I disagree. Nonetheless, we are united by those we mourn. So I'll accept your help.
So what can you tell me about this so-called training center?
Ava managed to get a hold of the mine blueprints to help us prepare for our previous attack. The site's weak point is its power supply. They apparently haven't had the time to give it a proper upgrade.
Nice.
The whole thing is powered by one big propane tank, just like it was when it was a mine.
I see. So if I blow up the tank, the whole mine will cave in, taking the training center with it. Then we'll need explosives. You'll be happy to know I didn't come back empty-handed.
I'm aware. I met your new friend, Dusk, right? He gave me the explosives you two stole. We've still got a problem, though. You don't know the layout of the site, and I'm too injured to go with you. Huh. I don't like touching the stuff, but I suppose I'll use Ava's radio equipment to guide you. That should do the trick.
Perfect. So we'll stay in radio contact.
Take the explosives and go. Good luck, Cahal.
Ric Flair's let himself go. I love that. Like his hair grew out, lost an eye. Now, to be fair though, still got the muscle though. What a tank. Some explosives.
Dusk, my friend, I owe you.
My son. They killed my son.
He's lost a lot of blood. I don't know if he'll make it through the night.
Get some bolts. Here we go. We need them.
Now we're talking. She's
Guess
gone.
Not allowed to take the gun though.
She bled out just before they shot it.
You know, a devastation, destruction that it's caused though to this, obviously, this clan.
Hey, Cahal. It's good to see your face again.
What is it? That's what's going on there, but oh, there we go.
Leandra, be at peace. I will protect the cairn. Go to Ethan.
Of course, Val. I'm glad I got to see you one last time.
Oh, so there's 5 spirits that fall on Wilders that we need to appease. One here.
Iron Wind, your struggle is over.
Look at that though, what a
Ethan
beast.
is waiting for you.
Cahal, keep fighting. Protect the cairn for me.
Gives me sad Stark vibes, this, to be honest. Is there another one in here? No. I don't see any others.
Recruiting at their training center.
Then...
Wow, it's very, very close then, isn't it? Going straight through the front door. I wonder if I can just drop there. I wonder if that's too far. Ooh. No, fine. Some areas Cahal can walk freely around undetected in his Hormid form. Hope I haven't butchered that. Hormid. Pretty crazy how it's so close to sort of the base camp.
You hear the internal motto
see the kit
around
they're
here?
supplying people with?
The cost of the fine is always less than the cost of compliance.
Tell me about it. I mean, pump-action rifles with holographic...
You here to enlist?
I was enraged straight away. Could just inquire.
Yeah, hear you've been having some trouble lately.
You hear correctly. We were attacked a few days ago. We pushed them back, but let's just say we're a little understaffed right now.
What's in this training program of yours anyway?
That's classified. But those who survive their training become real killing machines. With real thick wallets, too. What do you say? You interested?
I guess we'd lie. I guess tell the truth would sort of be, nah, I'm here to destroy us. So if we lie and say, yeah, I'm interested.
Absolutely.
That's the spirit. Did you register on our website?
Nah, I prefer to do things in person.
Can't say I blame you. What's your name?
Cahal Philin.
Cahal Philin. Hell of a name. Here you go. You're on the list. All right, then. Go report to the instructor for testing. He's in the warehouse. Oh, and one last thing. Looking at you, it's pretty obvious you've done some time. Try not to mention that. The instructor hates ex-cons.
In the good old words of Chris Jericho, you just made the list.
I've got a candidate for you.
Oh, just one way to do it, innit? Just walk straight through the front door of the corporation you're trying to destroy.
Welcome. If you're looking to sign up, you have to talk to the instructor. Head over to that building in the courtyard.
Let's go.
Caught one of Endron's new ads on TV last night. They've even got a brand new slogan. Greener action serving the biosphere.
Damn. There's nothing they won't greenwash on.
Tell me about it.
So I wonder if I could have just engaged that in a completely different scenario. It's like Wayne just sort of gone all out attack and used frenzy and just destroy my way through the whole thing. Pretty cool that it's give me this option, because it did look like I could have done that.
I'm here to be recruited.
You? How'd you make it through the physical without breaking a hip? All right, Gramps. Let me just find you on the list here.
I signed up at the entrance. Cahal Philin.
Ah, right. Here you are. Now let's get down to business. You ready for the interview?
Threaten him or go ahead and ask. We could tell you what we'll threaten him.
What is this interview bullshit? What fucking engine shrink needed to justify their paycheck this month? Just give me a gun and tell me who to shoot.
Oh, okay.
Slow down, cowboy. What makes you think you can just show up and demand a badge and a gun without telling us who you are or where you came from?
I know what I'm doing.
You know what, old man? I'm gonna give you a chance. You've got a 1-week probationary period.
Wow, okay.
If you fuck up, your ass is mine.
I thought that was it then. I thought we were in
Welcome
combat.
to Endron's training program. Head over to the waiting room. Someone will come get you new recruits in a few minutes.
Understood.
I reckon he back down then. He didn't want to mess with Kyle. To be fair though, I don't blame him.
post overlooking the waiting room. You'll have a computer inside and a service door leading into the mine. That computer will allow you to open the service door and cut communications with the lower floor. And the people here won't know what's going on in the training center.
So I'm guessing that do I just make my way through or no? Here we go. Back this way. Straight in. Open the door, turn on the left. Got another spirit point. 2 spirit points available. Alright, okay. Then what we'll do, put them on quickly. So healing the Krynos would now keep restoring health. I think that's a good thing to have. Especially when in Krynos form. I won't mind electric bolts. I wonder. It'd be nice if I could have carry more bolts with me. Oh, I like that. So in case I do get detected, I'll whip out my crossbow and take them down. Okay. Oh, what have I done? Pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Oh well, some action. I do like the way the music just flips. This is a complete change of pace from sort of sneaking round to combat. A nice little, it's a crazy change of pace going from stealth and then suddenly just jumping into sort of combat. It's crazy. The music that kicks in, I gotta say, is really, really good. A massive change of pace. I do like that. Again, it's still quite hack and slash. If you do like your hack and slash games, you're probably going to find a bit of enjoyment from this. It probably, coupled with the stealth, stops it from getting any too much repetition. I've only been playing for sort of an hour, but I can imagine too much of one or the other will probably lead to a bit of, not boredom, but a bit of repetition, and you feel a bit stale. I don't know how much the upgrades are going to affect. Oh, I should have got them bolts, shouldn't I? I need to find a way through that door. Unless there's definitely that door I need to go through. That's another way through it. Yeah, no, you've been on for 4 hours, mate. 9:30. Might feel like I've been on for 4 hours. Could you imagine? It's completely lost track of time. How am I supposed... Well, to be honest, I don't think the camera should matter too much because Just took everyone out. Sat there nice and pretty. Let's see, there's only one way to find out in there. Are you still on Apex? Horizon misses you. I miss Horizon. I miss Fuse too.
I'm in the mine.
The propane tank's at the center of the site. There should be a service door that leads there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Raiders offering a bonus for anyone who brings back one of their leaders' heads.
Damn. Cross your fingers, we're gonna be part of the team for the next attack.
So it's to one person here. Another trophy, nice. Silent Strider. Oh, they've all split up. I mean, he seems like he's just a scientist, to be honest, but I mean, technically could be worse than the actual soldiers. Maybe I should still take him out if I can. Oh. Missed him. They're both gnawed, aren't they, both?
Stay on your guard. Let's find the son of a bitch. Spread out. Search the area.
No one left, mate. It's just me and you. I think I forgot to call for backup. Oh, I can't grab it. No, let's have a flask then. Pick up a new one. I haven't really had to use the frenzy mode yet. Kind of seems like it's been quite straightforward to not use it. Oh, look at this. So they are building some big mechs, aren't they, and stuff. Like them guns in there. A lot of people in there. I mean, let's be honest, if you heard about werewolves attacking your corporation, you would... I don't think you'd want to join. I think that's bringing me back on myself, isn't it?
Hostile in sight.
Oh, okay. Can I get out of there? Interesting. They know I'm around. Let's go turn off the cameras. I'm behind the glass. I don't know if you can see me. No, I'm guessing. Must be one of them glasses that you can see through one side, but can't see through the other. It's time to attack again then, I guess. I want to hear some nice music. This might be a bit of a hard area to get through. Nice how the environment's quite destructible. Nice. Rogue misses you, can't play Rogue. It's been a long time. I played a couple of games of Rogue, don't play Big Jack anymore, just massive glitch in Dahlia. Nice.
I see the tank.
You're going to have to cut through the medical sector to get there.
Okay. Let's find my way through the medical sector. I'm guessing it's going to be a... It doesn't look like the door can be open, to be honest. No. Where's the medical center? That's another option, that computer, to open the door somewhere. I think I've been through this room yet. It's nice, much easier to move around with. Oh, collectible. So the data collected on the evolution recruits after injection must be sent to Division 2. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I wonder if there's a door we can open on this computer that I didn't see. No. Oh, how you doing, man? No worries. No worries. It was. Are you still playing Fall Guys at all? I played a little bit, but then kind of stopped playing. Appreciate you coming back in, mate. It means a lot. Thank you for the sub too. I believe you subbed back in the day. I do it, and I appreciate that. Oh, mate. Oh, all this time. Please don't tell me that the door locked. Oh, it is. Wow. In the same room, Kurt. Yeah, same. I mean, it's fun, but I think it had a high peak and then kind of sort of
something into their recruits.
It didn't go downhill, but lost its hype quite quick, and a lot of people jumped over to Among Us.
We've been trying for weeks to figure out just what's in that serum of theirs.
How long will it be before our latest batch of recruits is trained?
2
A
months
lot
for
of
most
people in
of
this
them.
room.
Less for the ones who react well to the serum.
Excellent. I'll communicate that to Major Grainer when she returns.
Not the Werewolf gameplay. Yeah, I think you can pretty much transfer into the Werewolf whenever you want. I think you can kind of approach every situation how you want to approach it, apart from the earlier ones. But I'm wondering if, let's say, you approach every situation as a werewolf, again, if it's going to have a different sort of outcome as to what you would if you sort of stealthed it through. I feel like this is going to be quite a hard area to get through without using a werewolf. There's a camera there, a guy there. I mean, I could maybe take him down from over the... Oh. There we go. So I'm playing this game on normal. There's a harder difficulty setting, sort of easy, normal, and hard. Playing this game on normal, but when it comes to the combat, I don't know whether it's just me, but it does seem a little bit easy. The only frustrating part is when you're attacking the guys that are shooting the guns. I think they need a bit more life about them. Obviously, if I'm a werewolf and I'm sort of scratching and clawing at them and obviously ripping them limb from limb, there's not enough reaction to just carry on shooting. I guess if they didn't carry on shooting, that would make the game even easier. So probably a hard one to sort of do. Maybe make the bullets do more damage, or maybe give them a little bit more health. I think that could be one aspect to make it a little bit harder. Looks like there's a few different ways to go to it. I don't want to miss anything, but I feel like there's a few different paths that you could potentially take.
So the injections have something to do with the worm.
We think so, but we can't prove it yet. That's one of the things Ava and Adana are investigating.
Among Us were pretty fun, and so was Fall Guys at the time. Obviously, playing it was a bit of a buzz, and obviously there was a lot of hype around on Twitter. I remember seeing it first announced at one of the Devolver Digitals, and I thought, you know what, I actually really want to play that, and I managed to get a few beta codes and send them out through a stream, and it got my hype for it. And then Among Us I've only played a few times, but every time I've played it I've really enjoyed it. That'd be a fun stream. I think you should do it, Al. Definitely. I thought they were both dogs. Oh. Training unit. Last injection made the precision training seems bearing fruits. So it seems like there's a lot of testing going on here. From what I reckon, probably trying to create more sort of werewolves of some sort, to try and fight against us.
There's silver here. Lots of it. The smell's overwhelming.
You must be in their armory. The propane tank's downstairs from you.
In terms of the environments, they are quite bland. I do like the destruction aspect of how things destruct. Obviously, when you sort of bump into them, and they're not just sort of rigid and objects, which is obviously quite interesting. You know, when you're behind cover, you're probably not fully safe. Okay. Oh wow. Well, this is going to be an interesting fight.
Alert! All personnel. The security of this installation has been compromised. This site is under lockdown. Defective immediately.
Oh, okay. Just when I was saying the combat was probably a little bit too easy. You know what? That was maybe not fully challenging, but I felt a couple of times that I could have potentially died. I had the heals, which was obviously lucky. But then I felt like maybe, you know what, that I could have actually died there. I'll tell you what, we're going to get them bolts, some electric bolts. I'm enjoying watching this. That's good. Yeah, it seems like an interesting game. Story seems decent. Gameplay, like I said, it's good that you can mix it up because it avoids the other one being too repetitive.
I made it to the propane tank.
Oh, nice.
But there's a soldier guarding it. He's more monster than man, though.
Oh, okay.
Just muscles stacked on muscles.
One of their elite soldiers. One way or another, you're gonna have to deal with him.
From what I've seen, I think the game's about 6 to 8 hours long. I think probably what you'd expect from sort of an indie game, an indie story-based game, which is, I think if it has a bit of replayability, if it has multiple endings, you know what, then it could be a good investment, a good game to pick up, especially like I said, games sold separately have it at £35, which is so much cheaper than what you play for a AAA title. And you know what? You don't know what to expect from AAA titles anymore. Obviously, I really enjoyed Cyberpunk, but I know that it didn't get released in the best state. At least you know what you're getting from this game at the minute.
Anywhere now that we've got the site locked down. Stay on your guard. Put a bullet in it.
Get down. I messed up there, Anna. Well done, Kurt. Yeah, you can hear him. He's definitely not fully human. Oh, okay. Rest in peace, Cyberpunk.
Now to set the explosives.
Garamon of Digimon.
There we go. The explosives are in place.
Time for you to get out of there.
I'll make good use of that.
I like the lighting on that wall though. Nice. Chappers, how are you getting on with Cyberpunk anyway? Have the updates changed which bit? Obviously I completed it early days. I didn't really do many of the side quests, but I know you did. So how are you getting on with that? Has it changed much?
Snipers, take your posts. The rest of you clear this room. Leave no stone unturned. The intruder's still in the center. Find him.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have to enrage again here because they're gonna come up here. No, go back.
Take it out, quick!
Here we go again. Didn't mean to do that. I love how you can throw with each other though. Right there. Pulling to pieces. Oh, a mech. Okay. Frenzy. Might make it a little bit easier. Still broken, cars can appear from nowhere. At least you get to go up with so it doesn't show you a complete massacre. I know it was a bit of a disappointment, to be fair, with Cyberpunk. Like I said, I enjoyed the story, but I think everyone put it on a pedestal, and we all sort of demanded it came out, and we was like, oh, we've been waiting so many years for this game. You know what would a few more months or another year in development, it wouldn't have really mattered if they would have done that, because we waited that long anyway. We could have waited a little bit longer. I think that's sometimes what companies, what people forget to remember, is that if a company doesn't think it's right and they're delaying it for a reason. Not just delaying it because they don't want you to play the game, they're delaying it because they want to hopefully make it better. When The Last of Us 2 got delayed, obviously I was gutted, but you know what, I know that game got a lot of criticism for the story, but I really, really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favourite games of like the last generation. Let's get into Lupus form. Move so much quicker.
You should see air vents running along the top of the walls in some rooms. When the ventilation system isn't running, those ducts will lead you straight outside.
Yeah, big number of... What's this game? This game is Werewolf. It's just come out today. A company called Games Sold Separately have given me the game to review or give it early impressions. So this is what I'm doing. I know I haven't streamed a while. Thank you for coming in, Jamel, by the way. It's been a very, very long time. A number of cyclists got bugged in my playthrough, and that's been big sad. Still, like that, same with me. I mean, I didn't have many bugs. The game itself was crashing quite a lot, and it kind of does take you out of the experience. But I didn't focus on a lot of the side quests. Kind of went through, did like 25 hours of the main campaign, and then put it down, hoping for a next gen patch, if you will. Yeah, so it's Jamel, it's Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthbound. Like I said, it's just come out today. It's kind of, you can approach situations how you want to approach them. Obviously, you probably seen now I'm human going to a werewolf. Combat seems fun. Story seems decent, but the graphics themselves aren't brilliant.
Search the warehouse. If you find the intruder, don't try to play hero. Give the alert immediately.
That's kind of, oh, you got a boyfriend and a job in the meantime. Wow, that's amazing. It was kind of cool. It is cool. It's a cool, very cool aspect. Probably should focus a little bit because I don't want to get caught. Made by Cyanide. Not sure if you play like Styx, Shadow of Darkness. Obviously, they developed that game. You can see how you can approach different situations, how you want to approach them. It is quite interesting. I'm going to take him down from there. Where's the other guy gone? The AI isn't fantastic. Oh! Oh, okay, that's awful shooting.
We've got a hostile.
That was dreadful. I almost stuck through that level. Almost. The music is fantastic though. That's one thing that's really, really good. Oh, nice. Yeah, the AI seems a bit 2005 Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it is. They seem a bit unresponsive to certain things that I've managed to sort of go into obviously Lupus for him right in front of them. The wolf animations are really good though. Like, it is really interesting how he sort of switches between the forms and whatnot. Right, let's see, Kurt, if you can actually go through a level of sneaking now.
Good. Keep it up.
You haven't done one in a while. I wonder if we can just sneak though without actually taking anyone out. I'm gonna have to get to a room though. Ooh. Oh, I said no. No, I can't. I didn't realise there was someone in that. Oh, wow. Take out the little squishes first, but then deal with the big guy now. Dealt with the last one quite well. Managed to sort of use the speed of this, of the agile. Oh, nice. Okay, seeing as I couldn't stealth through that one again. I think I've only stealthed through the first couple of like bits of missions. Quite clearly stealth's not my strong point on this game.
I'm almost at the control room.
Steel yourself. Cutting the ventilation won't go unnoticed.
Here we go again. I do like how the AI didn't even realise the door had opened and no one has come out. Right.
That's odd.
He's already seen me already, nearly. Is he gonna see me? Oh, of course they are. The frame rate seems solid enough though. Especially with like, the amount of action that's actually going on. Oh, it's massive. Awfully massive. Same character models by the looks of it. Yeah, so not really entered that too much, but when I press L2 to sort of like lock on, if you will, there's a few different options down in the bottom corner, and which you can use to make the combat a little bit different, which is pretty cool. Okay, Matt. Yes, King Shrimp. It's been a while, mate. How have you been? I can't believe there's. To be honest, there's not many werewolf games out there. There probably is. It probably slipped under my radar, but there isn't many. So it's kind of entering an area where the market's kind of untapped a little bit. So clever in the way they've done it. Like I said, the game itself has a bit of a lore behind it with all the tabletop games and whatnot. So there will be a big fan base. I can remember when the first trailer came out and it showed the cutscenes and it had like a cinematic trailer and the hype level went massive for the game. I think the hype level kind of fell off the game a little bit when they seen the graphics and the gameplay. But you know what, the gameplay, it's not too bad. It's probably not. It's not up there. Like the combat isn't up there with some as fluid as, let's say, Devil May Cry or Bloodborne. Obviously, two different genres there, but the combat is still fun in its own little way. It's not as fluid as them, but it's fluid enough that you can kind of dictate what you want to do and whatnot. So, but it's fun to take. Yeah, we'll do that because the rage is quite important. If there was, you'd know. Cheers for that, Jamel. Yeah. I feel like you probably get some enjoyment out of this game then, because it's going to appeal to an audience which is those that are really, really into the werewolves, but secondly those that are really, really into the tabletop game. Hopefully there's a big backstory to all this that extends on top of the tabletop game, if you will. Just a quick reminder, guys, this game, this stream will be edited and will be put on YouTube over at Games Sold Separately TV, so please, if you can, go and give them a subscribe, put the bell notification on so you get notified when this video goes live, and then if you can, and if the video is obviously decent, please give it a like. I'd appreciate it massively, and I'm sure the guys over there would appreciate it too.
Back at the cairn and brought your daughter with her.
Hidana.
How long's the game? The game, I think, from what I've read, I believe it's about 6 to 8 hours long. I obviously won't be streaming all that today. I've been doing a stream for about 2 hours now. Oh, let's go. Here we go. All in one stream, yeah. Would you imagine going straight till 4 in the morning if it is like 8 hours long?
I imagine you'd like to see your daughter before anything else. She'll be in Ava's quarters, I'm sure.
I need to open that door. Unless, are we leaving or? Can't go through there. Yeah, Games Sold Separately TV. Please, like I said, go and give them a subscribe. Help build their channel. They're obviously good to smaller streamers, giving them the opportunity like they've given myself today. Like I said, they're going to edit this video and put it over on their channel. So if you can, go and drop them a sub. Show them a bit of love. Go and follow their Twitter at contactgss. And even better, go head over to the website, gamesoldseparately.co.uk. I mean, that's probably the best way to show them love. Like I said, this game's £35 over on the website. I think there's been a bit of a delay with the physical copy. But if you're liking what you're seeing here, go over to the website, gamesoldseparately.co.uk. I think I'm same day dispatch, Monday to Friday, on orders over 2 PM. Can't complain with that. Like I said, some of the best prices around. You probably, like I said, this is £45 over on the PlayStation Store. I don't know why I'm in Lupus form. £45 over on the PlayStation Store, where it's $34.99 for a physical copy, which once you're done with it, you can always trade in.
Nobody here, but her computer's on.
Okay.
Old notes from Ava, before she created Lambda Mankind.
Cahal! You know I hate it when people mess with my stuff.
That's an impressive amount of equipment.
It's the bare minimum for leading a handful of activists against a megacorp like Endrin.
Haven't changed much, have you? Aside from a couple of new lines on your face.
Thanks, asshole. You know, I always knew you'd come back. It was just a matter of when.
This isn't quite the reunion I had in mind.
But it's a happy one. I heard about your handiwork at the mine.
Adana.
Cahal?
Wow, 5 years. I've
You
not
must
seen
have
his
a lot
daughter.
to talk about. I'll go check on the solar panels. Catch you later.
Adana, how are you doing? You've grown.
It's not worth trying to rebuild that bridge now, Cahal. Not after abandoning me for 5 years.
I understand where she's coming from, but you know what? It's so hard because obviously he couldn't come to grip with his own sort of rage and his anger. He'd just watched his wife die. He also just killed, obviously, a sort of a clan member, if you will. But at the same time, he probably didn't trust himself to be around his daughter. But I do understand where she's coming from.
Adana.
where do you think an apology is going to get you?
5 years is a long time,
It was
though.
hard enough to get over Mom's death, but dealing with the fact that you chose to leave me behind when I needed you most, that left a scar. You were so focused on doing what you thought was right that you never thought about what it might do to me.
It is true. Leaving, I would have imagined she was maybe just over a teenager, just a teenager at the time. Leaving her on her own without any explanation would have been so hard. But
maybe you're right. I didn't think about how it might hurt you. I spent those 5 years finding my way back to the man I was. Even if you were with me, I wouldn't have been me. And you'd have been just as alone. I was in no state to look after you. I couldn't have been the father you needed. I wasn't.
Stop, Cahal. I'm really not in the mood to hear you rewrite our family history. Endron just carved a bloody wound into my cairn. They killed my friends. Right now, all I care about is tearing Endron apart.
Rodko told me you and Ava were undercover at Endron during the attack.
That's right. I managed to infiltrate the fracking site. They just upped my security clearance, too. I've got access to their protected data. This is the best chance we've ever had at taking Endron down. We sink them from the inside.
I would have probably liked to see a little bit more emotion in the voice acting. They've not seen each other for 5 years, and it seems like, I don't know, not feeling the emotion. Maybe they designed it that way. Maybe it's more anger, and it seems to be a lot of the driving force in this game is anger. But I would have liked to have seen sort of a little bit of emotion. You know what? Especially from the daughter's side, she's been left without her mum and without her dad. Obviously, mum got killed, but it seems like they're just driven by sort of anger now, which is quite sad. She is in danger, especially with what happened to him. Now she's sort of, obviously her mum was on the inside, got caught, and now she's also on the inside.
You've
very
seen how bloodthirsty Endron is.
dangerous.
Did you know they have a price on your head?
They're not the first, and they're not about to scare me into stopping. We've lost too many already. And if we run, how will we honor their memory? The pack comes first. Besides, Endron doesn't suspect me at all. I'm secure over there.
Secure?
Endron has full confidence in me. Hell, the whole team at the fracking site looks to me for my expert chemical analyses. As long as I stay their golden girl, there's no way they'd imagine I'm connected to those scary eco-terrorists. Least of all the cairn.
Sink Endron from the inside. And how do you plan on doing that?
A while back, Ava, Rodko, and I discovered that Endron's injecting its new recruits with a special serum that makes them more... everything.
Yeah, I saw it myself when I was in their training center. The injection transforms people. Makes them stink of the worm.
There's more to it than that. When I first joined Endron's ranks, I was trying to figure out what was going on with their biofuel project. But while I was analyzing the formula for the biofuel, I noticed an encrypted molecule within it. No employees have access to its composition. That same molecule is in the substance they're injecting their troops with, as well as another project, the Earthblood Protocol.
The Earthblood Protocol? Any idea what that's about?
Not yet. But that can wait until after we figure out what this mystery molecule actually is. Once we figure out what that mystery molecule really is, we'll know what they're pumping their soldiers with, and their plans for this biofuel. Then we'll leak that info to everyone who'll listen, block the biofuel's launch, and hopefully put the final nail in Endron's coffin. Thing is, right now the encryption they're using on their data is impossible to break. That's why we came back. We wanted to tell Rodko how we were stuck and figure out what to do from here.
How can I help?
If you want to help, go meet with Ava. She and Rodko will be figuring out our next steps.
Alright, I'll go check in with her and then have a talk with Rodko. Any idea where I'll find her?
By our solar panels. If you've got any other questions, you'll find me with the rest of the pack. They need me.
Interesting. Very interesting. It's definitely kind of like she's moved on from the hurt and the anger. She's got her own little thing going on now with her own pack, and obviously working inside Endron. Obviously, like I said, I would have liked to see a bit more emotion because they haven't seen each other in 5 years. But you know what? That might come. It might be sort of, they both might be putting their guard up because they don't know what to expect, and obviously they've been through a rough time losing the wife and whatnot. So, and obviously her mum. If you're new here, guys, like I said, thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate it. But if you are new here, please give us a follow at curtmc07 on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. But like I said, this video is also going to be edited and put over to YouTube over at Games Sold Separately TV. I nearly forgot that bit. Games Sold Separately TV. Make sure you go over there, show them some love, give them a subscribe, put the notification icon on. As mentioned previously, they are working with smaller streamers, smaller content creators, reviewers, to try and build a brand, if you will. There's, like I said, there's a couple of reviews over on their website, fantastic reviews. One for the Pathless and one for the new Sackboy game on PS5. Both brilliant reviews. Go and check them out. Go and show, like I said, go and show them some support, like they're supporting the community, because it is really nice. Whether to sort of go into the next mission. What does the chat want to see? Do you want to see me go on a little bit more? Are you guys enjoying it? Or would you like me to see me end the stream and maybe picking up at a later date, do a sort of a part 2? What would you guys like to see? Thanks for putting the YouTube chat in. I really appreciate it. If you, like I said, if you can, guys, go and give them a sub. Play more, I like that. Play on, yeah. Seems like the chat's enjoying it, which is good. They want to see a little bit more. So what we'll do is we'll do another mission. Then what we'll do is we'll review it. We'll wrap it up. Give my sort of say first thoughts. Listen to your guys' thoughts on what you think from the gameplay, from the graphics. Be interested to see what you guys think. And if you are watching this on YouTube, comment down below on what you think about the gameplay, what you think about the graphics. Has it made you want to pick up the game? Has it put you off picking up the game? It'll be interesting to hear your guys' thoughts.
How you doing, big guy? Figured I'd get out of the way, let you catch up with 80. Though, from the look on your face, it doesn't look like it went well.
It didn't go well. We'll avoid the subject.
That's between me and Adana. I wasn't expecting her to welcome me back with open arms, but still.
If you ever want to talk about it, you know where to find me.
We'll see. Thanks. Adana told me about your mission to infiltrate the fracking site.
Yeah, about that. We're currently at a roadblock. Endron's data encryption is uncrackable.
So she said.
Our only way to get our hands on that data is to take it directly from the server in their lab. But surveillance is tight. Even Adana couldn't get in there without being caught. And I don't think I could create a big enough distraction to draw their security's eyes away.
Marco must not be convinced.
What's Rodko think about you two going undercover like this?
As you might imagine, he was a little resistant at first. But once he understood what we wanted to do, he gave us the green light.
Sounds like you've got something in mind.
If we want to draw security's attention, we have to hit them hard. Blowing up the refinery should do the trick. But that's not happening until we can get into the fracking site. That's step one. The site is protected by an electric fence and a myriad of cameras, all of which are powered by the dam Endron acquired when it bought the site. Now, if someone could get into the dam and connect me to their network, I could access their system discreetly.
I think I could be that guy.
Allowing you to cut the power to their defenses without their notice.
Interesting.
Exactly. We can worry about the fracking site after that.
Okay. I'll go talk to Rodko to see how he wants to make up the teams.
Thanks, Cahal. It's good to have you back. But if you don't mind, I'd like to take a few moments for myself. Lost some friends during the attack.
Don't worry. Take all the time you need.
Back down that way.
So, any news on the group that was supposed to go?
Is it that way? Or is it this way?
As soon as you've got something, let me know. I hope they didn't run into too much.
No, it's definitely not that way. Let's not jump off the cliff. Yeah, no worries, quite, that's fine. I really appreciate you jumping in. So that's what's the highest point of the let us off fall. She's had enough.
So, were you able to talk with your daughter?
Let's not go into personal stuff.
Adana told me about
stick
her
to the
neighbors
mission.
planning to get their hands on the encrypted data inside the fracking site's laboratory.
To bring Endron down from the inside, yes. I think they've got the right idea. If we manage to chase Endron from this region, they'll just continue their dirty work elsewhere. It's time for a decisive blow. So we follow Ava and Adana's plan. We'll attack the dam to bring down the defenses of the fracking site. I want you to lead the incursion. You coordinate with Ava and Adana over comms, and allow them access to the dam's network.
Ava gave me the rundown. But if I set off a single alarm, things will get very dangerous very quickly.
I know. One sign something's amiss, and Tank Girl will be at the dam before you know it. So while you're sneaking through the inside of the dam, I'll be creating a diversion on the outside. That should keep her attention off you. And even if someone does raise the alarm at the dam, Tank Girl will have no idea why you're really there.
Good. You can count on me.
Excellent. We'll have Declan meet you near the dam. He's got the relays you'll place to get Ava and Adana access to Endron's network.
Spilt the brew. Sorry guys, just reading the chat. Just catching up a little bit. Let's go.
There's still a long way to go. But life's picking up again in the cairn. Ludmilla, I hope you can see this, wherever you are.
Is it this way? Yeah. Still can't get over how close Endron is to the actual base. So maybe they've set up there. Obviously after this, their own town were destroyed, but.
Hey, Cahal, right?
You must be Declan. You with Lambda Mankind?
That's right. Ava's told me all about you. It's an honor, really.
I don't know about that. I hear you've got the relays I need to install at the dam.
Yeah, I got them right here. You need anything else?
No, I think I'm alright.
That should be good.
Before you go, I've got a favor to ask. We've identified a key player working at the dam. We think she's got important information on whatever Endron's up to in Nevada. Her name's Victoria Vokes. We need you to question her. Get whatever info out of her you can.
Keeping the cairn safe is my top priority here, but I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Good luck, Cahal.
Where are these wires going? Massive mechs in there. None of these doors are open.
This truck was destroyed when Major Grainer's squadron attacked the activists' camp.
What are we supposed to do with it? Take it to their mine?
Nothing like that. They only want DNA samples. Just a routine pass. Don't ask questions, just do your job.
Locked. That was locked. Haha, got it, found it. Okay.
I've ID'd the civilians taking readings on the nearby riverbank. Should I warn the commander?
No, they're working for us. Nothing to worry about from them.
Oh, nearly walked right into that then. That would have been very bad. Okay. I do have electric bolts now. Oh, they've seen me, haven't they? Ah, Kurt, you're so bad. So bad at stealth. Oh, okay. Definitely prefer the agile side of the wolf rather than the sort of the hard and slower pace. What I am going to do though, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Been streaming for about 2 hours and a half now. Hopefully they'll be able to sort of edit this and get some good footage out of it. Hopefully a good bit of gameplay footage, a good bit of me sort of reacting to it. If I was to talk about my first impressions, what do I think about the game? Start with sort of the graphics. Obviously, they're not fantastic. Like I said, it's probably a late PS3 game. Again, from what I've already touched on, it is understandable due to the budget and the restrictions that they're working over at Cyanide. It's good that it wasn't sort of, I don't think it was delayed too much, if it was delayed at all. So fair play to them for working through obviously the current conditions, the current climate of what we're all working with. The graphics aren't brilliant, but they're feasible. Like, it's not like it takes away from the gameplay massively. The frame rate's steady. Don't seem, by the naked eye, I don't see any drops. Maybe Digital Foundry will, if they ever do sort of a review on this. Jumping over to the gameplay side of things, I do like the mix of stealth and obviously the more action-packed moments. I like the way you can sort of choose the way you approach it. even though half the time I was awful at the stealth. Seemed like every moment I get to, I was trying to approach it stealthily, and the next minute I'm in combat. So the letdown of the gameplay side of things is it's not as fluid as what you'd hope. I don't know, like I'm pressing buttons and it's not reacting. Maybe I'm just button bashing, so maybe that's on my part, but I feel like I'm still attacking even when I'm trying to dodge out the way, and it does sort of take me out of it a little bit. Maybe because it's already programmed to do an attack that you can't cancel out of that, maybe. The AI is a bit of a letdown. Like I said, I was playing this game on normal. I think I was only close to death maybe once. I did have to heal, obviously, but that's what the game's there for. That's what the settings are there for. To sort of execute people to build up your rage or whatnot. So, based on that, yeah, I would say that the gameplay's decent, let down by certain aspects. Like I said, the AI, and it probably can become a bit repetitive. It would become very repetitive if you couldn't mix between stealth and all-out action. There's probably it on the gameplay. Like I said, it's serviceable. It's not bad. If you like Werewolf, you'll probably find a lot of enjoyment. If you like the tabletop game, if you've sort of played that, if you understand what's going on, you'll probably really enjoy it. The gameplay side of it. Story, again, I'm not too familiar with the lore. I'm not too familiar with the background of it all. I've never played the tabletop game. I do like wolves. I'm a big fan of the setting and whatnot. The story's okay. The story, I feel like there's a lot of rage and anger in the story compared to what you'd find in some games. If I was to put the game down, obviously I'm putting the game down now, am I itching to get back playing it again? No. Could that be due to the voice acting and it not pulling you in? Maybe. But again, that's probably what the company Cyanide Studios had to work with. Like the main protagonist, I think his acting is quite good in certain moments. There's other moments when obviously the wife died that I sort of questioned it. It was kind of like, oh no. And then the next minute he's built up in rage. Maybe that's just him. I don't know, but I would have probably liked to see a little bit more emotion, really. Emotion in the actual acting. Like I said, the daughter hadn't seen him for 5 years. She didn't seem angry. You could tell there was a bit of like resentment there, but she didn't seem overly angry. But at the same time, she didn't seem upset either. And I know if I didn't see my parents sort of left me for 5 years and then tried to come back, and you'd probably be a bit upset. There would be a bit of resentment there, but obviously left without an explanation. And I know things do happen in real life like that. I obviously can't relate, but I don't know. I feel like that would. I feel like for me, you would want answers, but you'd also feel that emotion of seeing that person again after 5 years. Sound, brilliant. Can't fault the sound. It does get quite loud, especially in the combat sections. But there's a nice little backing track, and you know what? I'm going to go back to the main menu a second, because I'll tell you something. That main menu track is really good, and I think it's a very, very good way to sort of end the stream listening to this. Guys in the chat, obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Have you bought the game? What were your initial thoughts on the playthrough? Obviously I've only done 2.5 hours today. It's quite a shortish stream. It is getting on sort of 25 to 11 in the evening, so please comment. Guys in the stream, like I said, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Be interesting to know your thoughts. I say it over and over again, but go and show some love to Games Sold Separately. Go and give them a follow on Twitter. Go and give them a subscribe. Can't thank those guys enough for obviously giving me this opportunity. I don't know what they're saying, but you know what? I need to track down this song because this is quite good. Yeah, go and go and drop them a follow, guys. Go and drop them a sub, put the bell notification on. Keep an eye out for this video, and when it does come out, give it a like if you can, if you do like what you see. And when you are thinking about a game, thinking about buying a game, consider the smaller company, consider someone like Games Sold Separately, because at the end of the day, big companies, well, obviously, I know they're easy to go to, but if you support a smaller company during these times, it's very rewarding for both of us, because in this day and age, we're seeing companies go out of business left, right, and centre. At least we've all got a common interest in games, and supporting a company like that, whilst they're supporting us, is brilliant. So, guys, thank you all for coming in. Amy says, it kind of sounds, sorry guys, I have to move my phone. Kind of sounds like something you get in a WWE 2K game for a creator wrestler. It does. If they had this music and you were just a werewolf all the way through, rampaging through like Doom, that would be very good. The music has me hyped. I like the setting. I don't think the graphics take away from it. The story is good. I think the rage is due to them being werewolves, maybe. Yeah, very true, but we don't know if the daughter is a werewolf. We don't know that. And I don't see them really show anything, but maybe it's the way they brought up. Maybe they don't show emotion. Well, obviously anger is an emotion, but maybe they just, like I said, they're enraged most of the time. Transition from wolves to humans, very good. Yeah, it's instant. It's really good. That obviously relates to the gameplay. The transition is really quick, which is good. There's no messing around. It could be Alex, very much could be. Soundtrack and the music was throughout was spot on. I agree. I do agree. A score out of 10. I think it's too early to score it, because obviously I'd like to see how the story does play out. Like I said, the story hasn't got me hooked, but there is underneath it, all of it underneath the sort of the poorish voice acting. There is something there. There's obviously a big corporation that seems to be taking over the world, destroying the world without any sort of remorse. And then there's the underlying motive of, you know what, they've killed my wife. My daughter's working for them. You know what, it needs to be shut down. It needs to be stopped. I love that he's made mistakes. Yeah, I did make a lot of mistakes, especially trying to. You know what? There were people out there that will find that stealth bit so easily. I don't play that many stealth games. I generally do get caught. Maybe it's just me, but you know what? The stealth aspect is decent. It is decent. There is like I said, the AI does let the game down a bit. To be fair, the early doors I won't get spotted a lot, and later on I'll get spotted all the time. Later on was definitely down to myself being very, very poor at finding my way through. The level designs, you know what, are actually decent. If you was to try and approach that game just as stealth only, the level designs, you know, they do make you think of which ways to go, how to approach it. Do I shoot this guy? Do I take him out? Is there just too many of them? Should I go into rage? Yeah, no, overall it's not a bad game. Like I said, if you do like what you see, if you are interested in picking up this game, head over to Games Sold Separately, GamesSoldSeparately.co.uk. £35. As soon as the game arrives, obviously they ship it dispatched before 2 PM Monday to Friday, and you're probably looking at 1 to 2 days for delivery too, so it's not bad at all. But yeah, guys, really, really appreciate you guys coming in. Cannot thank you enough. What I will do is, Amy's just reminded me, we haven't done this in a while, but what we used to do when we used to stream a while ago was raid a smaller streamer. I haven't done a raid for a very, very long time, but it would be interesting to raid another streamer who's streaming this game. What we'll do, guys, we'll get the word out about Games Sold Separately in that stream. Just let them know Games Sold Separately, curtmc sent you. Anyone got anyone to sort of raid? Has anyone, have you seen anyone you want to raid? Let's just get my Twitch dashboard up. It's been a really good stream, and I really appreciate, like I said, Games Separately getting me back sort of back playing, back streaming, because it's been nice to see familiar faces. It's been nice to interact with new faces. So what we'll do, let's have a look. We'll go on to Twitch, and we'll have a quick look at see who's playing this game. We'll get their thoughts too, because you know what? Has anyone put anything in it? There's only one other person playing it. Well, yeah, let's head over. Let's have. I'll have a look at that and. Oh, Angry Joe's on it. Angry Joe's actually streaming at the minute. Obviously, it's pointless me jumping in that stream. He's probably got a lot of viewers already. Let's have a quick look. Tell you what, we'll go there. I think. Right, guys, yeah, so we're going to start raid now. Again, make sure you go over to Games Separately TV over on YouTube, give them a subscribe, show them a bit of love, turn on the bell notifications, because they will be putting this video up at some point, editing it and putting it up. So we'll head over to another channel that's playing this game, see how far they've got, let them know about Games Sold Separately, get a bit of back and forth, see what they're thinking about the game, and see how they've enjoyed it. But yeah, cheers guys, thank you all for coming in, I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do the next stream. Like I said, let us know in the comments below on YouTube if you want to see part 2. Have a lovely day and a lovely evening. Cheers guys, thanks a lot.